efficient use of the Widow Miner, not letting the Zerg take them.
And that game ended with a pretty powerful drop in the main of Delarey's base, and Delarey's army was just not anywhere near, and so he just realized defeat at that point. But here we are into game number 2. We have in the top right the Terran player JwoOzy, currently up 1-0 in this best of 3. And in the bottom left, we have the blue Zerg player Delarey, who needs to win 2 games in a row in order to advance on into the semifinals.
I don't know if you remember, but in the game where JwoOzy beat, I can't remember his name now, but the other Terran player, in the previous matchup, he used a very similar Taco Paul, that's the guy. He used a very similar drop where he went straight for the natural, in that case, of the opponent. It seems like he's favouring of using large doom drops at the end of the game. Although he's just... what's going on here? JwoOzy loaded 3 SCVs into his
must
command
have accidentally
center.
hit a load on his...
There is actually a strategy where you can build a engineering base right off the bat and then fly your command center into the base of the other player.
Build a planetary fortress in their base.
Although unfortunately it doesn't actually work so well versus Zerg because of the spine crawlers being really
it really only works.
Defense.
It really only works against other Terrans in a very close map because the command centers fly very slowly. Like on this map, it would take far too long to fly across.
In a map where there's a close position spawn, then it could be possible. Both players seem to be going for a similar build that they did the last game, although the gas hasn't gone down for Delarey, so...
looks like he's not going to try to do an early speed.
Although it goes down from now, so he could be going for a similar build. Although I'm not sure if I agreed with it, because he built a lot of lings that didn't do a lot of damage, although it could be that he was...
Yeah. Especially against JwoOzy's favoring of the Widow Mines, lings are not the best decision. It looks like he's opening...
I'd like to see more Mucilix in this matchup and abusing, because JwoOzy really seems to be taking advantage of the knee speed medvacs. And if you could snipe them in the air, then you could do a lot of damage and really pin them back.
Perhaps we might see some preemptive spore crawlers from Delarey. If he just had a couple of spore crawlers in his base, that could definitely derail early drops with single medivacs, and especially with the vision that they grant, could be very helpful against Widow Mines.
Looks like a standard hatch timer going down for Delarey.
Both of them seem to be doing more or less the same thing they did the previous game.
It'd be interesting to see if JwoOzy goes for the command center in his main again, or if he goes straight for the natural, because he did have some problems there with the his main being mined out far too quickly, and he needs to sort of his saturation on both bases, because
he does go for the early command center. Looks like he's probably going to do the reactor swap onto that factory, get some early Widow Mines out. It seems to be his favored.
He could possibly be putting down a reactor on the factory though and going for starport, but no, you're right, he seems like he's doing that. And you're going for straight for starport, so it's going to be drops again.
Same Widow Mine drops.
Well, it was very effective in the last game, so if I were him, I'd on a very quick third going down for Delarey, so see, he's going to be very short for defense. He does have 4 lings, but that's not going to be effective against the enemy aggression.
I'd really like to see a very late game fight with maybe some hive tech from the Zerg player.
Yeah, Ultralisks are very powerful in this matchup.
Yeah, if he gets Ultralisks and Infestors where he can hold the Terran army and prevent them from kiting, the Ultralisks will absolutely tear through Bio.
Yeah, Infestors are starting to see a bit of a resurgence. They were very unpopular for a while at the beginning of Heartless 1 because of the nerf they got on the end of Wings of Liberty, but they seem to be slowly being...
Yeah, people getting more used to the way that the fungal works now.
Yeah, it's a projectile where it used to be an instant cast, but actually it's usable in situations where you've got Ultralisk out. It's very powerful. and it can actually be really good in PvZ, where you can use a Viper, which is a new Zerg unit, to pull
the Colossi.
Pull units onto your spore crawlers, and then you can use infested to fungal them and keep them in place.
Looks like we have another couple of Widow Mines out and another couple of Hellions. Looks like he's going to try to do the exact same drop, and here's the Widow Mine. I mean, here's the Medevac, picking up those 2 Widow Mines. Probably going to pick up those Hellions. Or no, look, he's just going to go off with just the 2 Widow Mines and...
in fact, he's just rallying the Hellions, rallying the Hellions across the map, though.
He did just fly directly across that Overlord, so he should see this coming. He does not have any Spore Crawlers, though, and he has no... He's got 4 Roaches on the way. He's got a few Lings. He can stop this if he gets there right when they drop, but it looks like he won't.
He does have a Spore Crawler in his main, so if he pulls all of his drones back to his main, then he will be able to defend this, but he looks like he's...
Oh, this could be absolutely terrible for Delarey. Oh, and he does manage to pull away from those Widow Mines.
He has to line them up.
If he can just pull in a... Oh, if he could just run in a single Zergling to bait out the Widow Mines. Ooh.
Hellion and the Zerglings are dancing around the natural right here. He really needs to send those drones back to his main so he can actually mine with them.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to bait with a single Zergling. Yeah, he does have that plan now. But that will only bait one of them. Okay, there he goes. And he does have an Overseer, so he will pick up both of those. That was
really
well done.
Very minimal damage there. The Medevac's taking it around to the main, but he's got a Spore Crawler there. It's going to do absolutely nothing.
And they're even in drones now, so he's... that was a very good defense there from Delarey.
He takes damage from this Hellion. He really needs to put his Queen do.
Yeah, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes.
I don't think he lost a single drone. I think some of them were hurt, but I don't think he lost any. And this Medevac's just going to fly
And he's
off.
doing a lot of damage with his Lings into the natural of JwoOzy.
Yeah, pick off that. Nope. Maybe not. The Hellion almost went down, and it did pull off 6 kills.
At the moment, with the resources lost tab, we've got these Town on 500 and the Zerg on 375. So.
And he's once again over-saturating his main, so even though he has more Harvesters, Delarey is getting about 400 minerals more per minute because of his 2 base as opposed to the 1 base of the Terran.
And a 3rd command center's gone down, even though he doesn't have his natural secured yet.
An interesting decision, and he's filled up 2 Medevacs here with Mines, Marauders, and Marines, and that will be seen. It's directly above that Zergling here. He does see the edge of one of the Medevacs.
The Zerg player really needs to get in supply blocks so he can build some more drones.
He just started to build 7 Overlords right there. It's an interesting strategy.
That'll do it.
He does have plenty of minerals. He's got over 1,000 minerals, so.
Oh, and he's taking a 4th.
And
gosh,
tunneling claws. That's an interesting choice. You don't often see tunneling claws coming out, which allows roaches to move while burrowed. If he does it well, it could be very strong.
Yeah, but unfortunately he doesn't have the burrow, and he doesn't seem to be researching the burrow upgrade. So tunneling claws without burrow is actually...
Oh, true. I didn't know. I just assumed that he would have burrow, but now I've checked. He does not actually research burrow. He might have meant to research roach speed, I would guess.
Yeah, it's possible as a misclick. JwoOzy now's got his natural completely taken, and he's got 2 bunkers there, so there's going to be no Zergling run bys.
Although not, is that a wall off between those bunkers? I think it is. I think the bunkers are deceptively wide.
I'm not entirely. I don't know the size of Zerg buildings. I'd quite like to see a bit of Nidus play, which is actually quite popular.
I've noticed Delarey now just takes a hidden 4th base. It's an interesting strategy here, and he's researching armor 1 and attack 1 and link speed.
Yeah, both players are playing very greedy. They
and
really
infestation
late
now
game.
just going down. Although he just runs 3 changelings in. He knows what's going on here. He sees this army is moving.
Yeah, and it looks like.
And he really does not have an army to counteract this. He's building some more Lings, but Ling and Roach will not fight. Looks like JwoOzy might not actually be moving out quite yet.
No, Delarey really needs some Banelings to counter this army, or some high-tech units. I think
His
that
infestation is done.
the Spire last game was a good choice, but he really needs to get up sooner, and a Bailing Nest is going down, so he will have some Bailings with his engagement if it goes down soon.
JwoOzy did just scan, although I didn't catch where he scanned.
The income's actually very similar for the two players. The mules are really evening out the harvester count. Both players on 53 for the Terran and 57 for the Zerg.
They do have... He does have 60 Lings and 16 Roaches to the Terran's 27 Marines and 7 Marauders. So, but he does have 5 Widow Mines, so it would really come down to the Widow Mines, because 5 Widow Mines could easily kill all of those Lings.
But Delarey does have a overseer with his army, so it's very possible that you can see anything. But there's a drop coming in for Widow Mines loaded in. This could do a lot of damage.
He does fly right past that Overlord. Will Delarey react?
In really good positions here.
He's going to drop in this expansion though, where he does not have 4 Widow Mines.
Oh, he does put his drones. It might be able to. Oh, they get.
Ooh, how many did he get with that? He got 4, and then 2 more.
2.
He got a total of 6. And now he's going to fly over here. Oh, and he's going to lose all of the Widow Mines. That was a good reaction there by Delarey. All of the Widow Mines go down.
He is now ahead in the worker count.
That was probably actually in the favor of Delarey because of the gas cost of those Widow Mines, because neither of them are really hurting for minerals. They're both in the 2,000 area of minerals.
Yeah, the gas is the...
And he's still building Roaches.
He's sending Zerglings out, and...
He does have 2 Infestors out, though.
The Zerglings are pulled back from the fight in the middle. It looks like neither side took 2 heavy losses. You could do with morphing some of those into Bailings.
Both of them are at 1-1 now. But 2-2 is coming out for the Terran player.
Oh, the drones that are pulled in that drop.
Ultralisk Cavern and 2 more hatcheries go down in his secret base.
Oh wow, we can see a massive tech switch here. The army's chasing around, and it's...
He is supply blocked now. He does hunt down those overlords.
There's a group of Lings, which is the Tourney army's chasing around. He might be able to sneak in and do a lot of damage into the natural...
He needs to notice that he's supply blocked. I don't think he's noticed it yet. He hasn't started building overlords. He is researching +2, but still no overlords on the way, although he does have 2 hatcheries on the way.
I don't think hatcheries give these supply, do they?
He does now scan that secret expansion, and he sees the Ultralisk Cavern.
Will he see the drop though? The Terran drop looks like he's going to do that similar drop that he did in game 1. He might be able to go straight for him because the Zerg's forces are completely out of position. He's going up for the natural right now. That Widow Mine takes out about 6 or 8 Zerglings.
6, yeah. And it looks like he's just loading them all into medevacs. His Zerg push he's going to destroy this wall so he doesn't get pinned there. Actually, it looks like is he going to... doesn't look like he's decided if he's going to attack with Zerg force. He's got nothing in those barracks, in those bunkers. And he's sending part of his army behind. He can just take this out right now. He needs some good fungals to prevent kiting. If he lands a fungal on that wall of... he does land a fungal on 2 of those medevacs. This could be absolutely devastating, and he actually just decides to leave.
Well, he doesn't have any forces to shoot up, so...
more losses for the Terran players. This is looking pretty good for the Zerg. He's got this large army, but he's just sitting here not doing anything with it. He could lose his entire... now that he's gonna... that's probably not the best idea. Now the rest of the army's coming in, and he's landing some very key fungals. He does land a fungal on almost the entire army. He's starting to pull back. Losses are pretty even on both sides right now. He's stimming into the attack. He's got a bunch of roaches. It really is not looking good. Now he's going to get his entire army mopped up.
That was bad for Zerg Heavy. He still has a very strong economy. He had that Ninja 4th.
He's got so much resources banked up. He could probably build like 10 Ultralisks right now, which is something that he really needs to do. He's got no army right now.
Oh god, it's 6 Ultralisks coming into the game.
If here comes the Doom drop, is going to land right on top of the Zerg player's secret 4th. This is going to be absolutely devastating. He doesn't have any army.
There's a lot of Ultralisks sitting in those lavas, so they can cut right on top of this Terran force and he's completely decimated if he's not careful.
He is up to 2-2. 2-2 is about to finish for the Zerg player. 2-2 does finish. He's just going to try to snipe these hatcheries. He does kill 1 and 2 hatcheries. He's going to focus down that Ultralisk Cavern, but these Ultralisks are about to finish.
He's now, but
And
he's
there they are. 3, 4, 5, 6 ultra.
Oh,